Jaden Daniels is hurt. The team stinks. In college football, it's 70-30. Coach matters more than quarterback. He's head coach, GM, and therapist. In the NFL, flip it. Look at Mike Tomlin. When he had prime Big Ben, Super Bowls. Old Big Ben, playoffs, but couldn't beat good teams. Now, yikes. So the Colts, Shane Steichen, was he a bum last year? No, they upgraded at quarterback to Daniel Jones. Andy Reid's entire career was, he's a very good coach. Now he's a legend. Why? He gets smarter? Mahomes. If you're looking at last night, 80% of the NFL winning games comes down to your quarterback making 5, 6, 7 throws or decisions. High-level execution that wins games. Mike Vrabel's not winning that game last night with Justin Fields as his quarterback because it was a reasonably close game. But Drake Maye made 6 or 7 decisions and throws that are incredibly high level. That kid is so good on first down, it's amazing. He had a jump pass, couple sideline throws. That's the difference. I mean, Mike Vrabel certainly elevates him. Mike Vrabel made Ryan Tannehill a #1 seed. Remember that in Tennessee? Who did Vrabel get beat by that year in the playoffs? At home, as a favorite. Zach Taylor. That's not who beat him. Joe Burrow beat him with a much worse roster. And Vrabel knows that. I mean, and Vrabel, like Belichick, understands that a lot of times just give it to the coordinator and the quarterback. It's a little harder to do when Drake May's young, but, I mean, Belichick largely, Tom Brady and Josh McDaniels ran the offense. They were on the phone constantly. So Josh McDaniels, probably the best offensive coordinator in the league last decade. I guarantee you he and Drake May are running most of the offense. And that's not a knock. I mean, but I mean, you watch the Jets offense, it looks like a service academy. They run on 3rd and 8. That's like Jurassic. That's awful. But I watched that game last night. There's another one of his throws right there. He just made about 6 or 7 big plays in a reasonably close game. There's another one. You know, back of the linebacker, in front of the safety. That's what the kid does. And, you know, again, I am not saying that Reid doesn't deserve credit for Mahomes. In college, Mark Few is Gonzaga basketball. Nick Saban was Bama football. They recruit, they develop, they're the therapist, they're the GM, they work the cap, they do the international stuff. They make every decision. That's not the way it works. Vrabel doesn't want to make every decision. He's trying to build a culture. You see this thing he does? He's been doing this for years. That's culture building. He is a player's coach, and he wants you can't do everything. You can't do that, coach the offense, the defense, do the cap. That's what Belichick tried to do. Old Belichick tried to do that. He took over personnel. He was terrible at it. He was a great culture builder and a great defensive coach. So Vrabel's absolutely a huge part of this. But in the NFL, it's always felt like to me it's 65-35, 70-30. You got to have the guy that can execute at a high level, intellectually, physically, emotionally, and that is potential MVP, Drake Maye.
Honestly, I'm not sure what the basis is for Colin's current take. Drake Maye was on the team last year, and they weren't winning. The team didn't look anything like this. For instance, you mentioned Shane Steichen now coaching Daniel Jones. Is Daniel Jones performing any better with Steichen than he did with Brian Daboll and the Giants? No. So coaching is important. But if anything, it's not a 70-30 split in favor of the quarterback. If anything, it's 50-50. And watching this game illustrated that perfectly, which the broadcast also emphasized. Drake Maye is an elite and special talent. I did a full breakdown of the game's highlights, and I kept rewinding his plays, just amazed, thinking, oh my gosh. He is absolutely special and incredible to watch. However, to then minimize what the coaching brings, whether it's Vrabel or Josh McDaniels, is a mistake. They do a fantastic job of complementing each other. McDaniels is making things significantly easier for Maye, which, after all, is a coach's job, to simplify things for the quarterback. I mean, what does Andy Reid do? This take is making me lose my mind. Patrick Mahomes doesn't have all those Super Bowls without Andy Reid. What are we even discussing here? I don't understand why Colin chose this angle for his take right now because it makes me want to go on a completely different tangent instead of just talking about how great this Patriots team is. You need both. You need a great coach and a great quarterback. That's how it works. The vast majority of Super Bowl winners have a Hall of Fame coach and a Hall of Fame quarterback. It's like 80% of them. It's very rare for a coach to win with a bad or average quarterback, or for a great quarterback to win with a mediocre or bad coach. That just isn't the norm in the NFL. So, watching this game is exactly why you should feel so optimistic about the Patriots. They have everything right now. All the boxes are checked. A great coach, a great quarterback, a great culture, great coordinators, and an ascending roster. To me, that is the take. Now, I do agree, you aren't winning this game with Justin Fields as your quarterback. I hear that loud and clear. But that shouldn't undermine the impact of coaching and how Drake Maye has been developed. This take really threw me off. I find it incredibly frustrating. I just wanted to come here and talk about Drake Maye, why he should be a top MVP candidate, and how special he's been. Drake Maye had an awesome game. 25 for 34, 281 yards, 8.3 yards per attempt, 1 touchdown, only 1 sack. He's been handling pressure exceptionally well, with an 83.3 QBR and a 107.6 passer rating. Honestly, his box score doesn't fully capture his performance. He had a handful of plays. I posted a video with about 14 minutes of highlights, and a full minute of it is just me rewinding one play where he steps up and throws off 1 foot. His composure under pressure is so high level. Even looking at Henderson, 19 carries for 62 yards. He had a couple of nice plays and catches, especially that touchdown where they had to practically push the pile into the end zone. Yet, this run game still isn't something they can consistently rely on, so a lot still falls on Drake's shoulders. That's what makes the balance between Josh McDaniels and Drake Maye so great. Sometimes receivers are wide open, and other times Maye is stepping up to make incredible plays. This was a high-quality, clean game. Even though it was close at times, it was largely held together by Justin Fields' mobility. He had 11 carries for 67 yards and a few nice runs. I don't think Fields played awfully. It was a standard game for him, with moments of brilliance followed by head-scratching decisions. There were also a couple of dropped passes that could have impacted the game. This feeds the narrative that the Patriots haven't beaten anyone truly good. Even their big win against the Buffalo Bills is questioned, since the Miami Dolphins also beat them, and no one calls Tua and the Dolphins a great team. I remain firm in my belief that the Patriots are a great, top-tier NFL team, and Drake Maye has been phenomenal. The reason I believe this comes down to coaching and quarterback play, the quality of their performance, more than just their record or who they've beaten. It's beyond just taking advantage of weaker teams. You see Drake Maye making these special plays, and you know that holds up against any opponent. The Chiefs, Eagles, Bills, or Colts. It doesn't matter. You can apparently hit and sack Drake Maye constantly, and it just doesn't faze him. It's remarkable. They have been a joy to watch. Those are my thoughts. I'd love to hear yours. What do you think about Drake Maye and the New England Patriots? Does Drake deserve MVP for the Patriots' turnaround? Do you think it's more about Maye or the coaching? Do you agree with Colin's 70-30 split? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment. Whether you agree or disagree, let's get some discussions going. Let's have some fun. Please consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here and would love to have you be a part of it. I want to create something we all feel connected to and excited about, and I think we're well on our way. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really helps with visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.